nice. We've had a couple of Yamchas, and we didn't get to see a lot out of them. So it was really great to see all those little Fang Fists because it's so much fun. Also, I love the sounds that come with it. The sound design for this game is spectacularly done.
They are on point with the SFX this time around. It feels good when you get it hit. It sounds good when you get it hit.
It absolutely does.
It looks fantastic. This game is beautiful, and if there's one thing that I will give Bandai for this game, it's enjoyable.
It absolutely is. And, not just from, your head-to-head competitive matchup. They have a great story mode.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Absolutely. And what we see here is more players C-syncing controllers. I love this. Ever since Sonic did it, we've seen it every single match, and I absolutely love that stuff.
And going back to the story mode, something else that I have a lot of respect for in this game is that not only did they get almost every original Japanese voice actor, they got almost every original English voice actor for the characters as well. And I think that just adds a lot of authenticity to the game.
Most assuredly. So it does look like we're going to have an Android 18 GT Goku and Super Saiyan Goku as well. Majin Buu,
another
Gogeta,
Majin Buu.
And, I'm actually not familiar. Did you catch that last character?
I didn't, actually. I was so focused on the Majin Buu because I was like, we have another one? How interesting is that?
Twice inside of one bracket. That's crazy.
GT. So we have two GTs in this match.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm going to be very honest. This is kind of what I expected this time around. I expected to see a lot of GT Gokus. As you know, he is incredibly top tier right now. I actually, unfortunately, am not 100% positive. I know that these names, unfortunately, aren't correct. But if you guys can just bear with us as we determine exactly who these players are, we'll be commentating regardless because we love watching some Dragon Ball.
Absolutely, and you can see at the top of your screen, this is a qualifier for our top 8, which will be on later today after a short break. So, okay, we have YLT, Cole, and Paper.
Okay. So I believe that we have Cole doing some crazy boo work. GT Goku actually has been putting in even more work, but I mean, that's pretty standard. Wow, that was insane. Paper actually crossed himself up there. Not entirely certain what the methodology behind that was, but okay, it happened. It happened. We're moving on. GT Goku now against GT Goku. One of the absolute most terrifying things you can see inside of this game right now.
Right. And I'm surprised that they're choosing to do the mirror because a lot of people would prefer not to fight the mirror matchup.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you feel like you have the advantage in this, but I would think maybe a different character would be better for that.
The thought process I personally believe that Paper would do if I was him, I would want the enemy's GT Goku out immediately. Just based off my team may not be the most meta. I may not have some of the strongest people on my team, but my GT Goku will obviously carry that. If I can eliminate the other player's win condition, I can carry. And I feel like that's what he's going with, but obviously I'm not the player.
Right.
A lot of pressure coming out right now from Cole onto Paper. Android 18 hasn't actually done that much this time around.
No.
We did see her call 17, try to get a little bit more pressure, but unfortunately it's just not doing any work.
Now, she was a lot more popular in Season 1 than she is in Season 2. I mean, I think she took a couple of hard nerfs, and that caused a lot of people to drop her.
That's an understatement.
Yes. I mean, sometimes you gotta be nice. But
no, yes, definitely.
I think you're seeing those nerfs coming out here. And Paper's choosing to use Sparking there, but does switch her out to regain the health and go back to what I'm thinking he thinks is a stronger character.
Yes.
And it's doing work for him.
This, most assuredly, I believe most of the damage inside of this game has actually been done either by GT Goku assist or by GT Goku directly. And that's really telling about Paper's team thus far. We do have Super Saiyan Goku coming out right now, a very strong player as well. I'm starting to think that Android 18 may just be functioning as a battery because we've actually not been seeing her do too much work except exclusively to gain meter or to get hit.
Right, and I mean, I don't know why you would make the choice to have something like that on your team, but...
You know, with a GT Goku and a Super Saiyan Goku, Super Saiyan Goku, I can completely understand it. They're both really meter-heavy characters, and so having those options and being able to freely DHC is huge. He is going to go ahead and use the level 3 right now with Android 18. She does function fantastically here, especially when she's inside the corner. She's very, very pressure-heavy, and that's something that I believe she wants to take advantage of. Unfortunately, without her assist right now, she's kind of in a bad place. GT Goku comes off cooldown just in time. Yeah, you can see she really, really wants to grab that meter, even calling Android 17 to go ahead. Yes, great 2H there by Paper. Paper really coming back on the rails.
He is. I feel like he's gotten his feet underneath him. I mean, I say that and he's about to lose 18, but... You know, he was using those assists more appropriately, and he was letting his characters regen their health, and that's something I think he's been doing really well this entire time. Is again his health management.
100%. Getting rid of GT Goku was huge.
Absolutely, and I
think
feel
that
like
was
it gave him a lot of confidence in this matchup.
Yep.
To think, oh, I am the better GT Goku,
Yeah.
and I can take that off of the table for you. I think he also really wants to get the Majin Buu out of the equation because that's doing a lot of work for Cole right now.
100%. That beam assist was so integral to Cole's team, unfortunately, that without it, unfortunately, Majin Buu just isn't able to pick up from that lane.
Right.
You do still get a lot of pressure coming out right now. We have a lot of damage going down. This is going to go ahead and finish off Goku right now. DHCs just to make sure that he gets a decent amount of health back on Gogeta. And that's some really, really smart processing from Cole there. Paper does have GT Goku. This is very dangerous for Cole. Do not count him out. Without sparking on either side, I would almost say that Paper's in a better position here, even though he only has GT Goku.
I would agree with that because both Majin Buu and Gogeta are larger characters. A lot of their normals are going to whiff over him.
As soon as we say it.
As soon as we say it. Come on.
Every single time.
It really is. The commentator's curse is an actual thing.
That's so real. No 2H, unfortunately, to meet that super dash, but we are going to go ahead and see just some crazy Boo thing. Nice little gummy to go ahead and get Paper up there. Isn't able to finish off that string. I'm going to be very honest. I'm not super comfortable with the string that he went there with Majin Buu, but he made that vanish work. You can even see it on Cole's face right there. He's kind of stressed. Paper's super stressed. But Cole is just like, I don't really want to call out a win either,
Yeah, they both look pretty uncomfortable right now.
Yep.
I think Cole doesn't feel like he played his best match, and I feel like with Paper, he thought he, had something going on, and it slipped out of his hands.
100%. Smart move right now, just waiting. Both characters not hitting rematch immediately. I'm sorry, both players not hitting rematch immediately.
They're just thinking.
100%. And that is wonderful. I will say the AirPods are making me not want to root for Cole.
I mean,
it's a tough decision.
My friend, you made a choice.
It is 100%. All right, we're going straight back into it. No change of characters, just running it straight back. And here we go. Immediately, we get a quick little happy birthday on Paper from Cole. Isn't able to capitalize on it, unfortunately, but he did keep that there. That meter comes back because of Android 1817 assist right there. And Super Dash does confirm straight up into a very nice Dragon Rush. And we are going to see GT Goku come out. He has identified the threats.
He absolutely has, and I think that's great. If you can take the time and identify your opponent's strengths and weaknesses and start being able to capitalize on that, I think that's a really, really great point in your favor.
100%. Paper got as far as he did last time by taking out GT Goku. I understand why he wants that character out again. Cole's team is admittedly much, much less strong without that GT Goku.
Right, and I want to point out there that the Vegeta actually whiffed on the Goku because, we've been saying the entire time, because he's so small. He was trying to put out those normals, which would have connected on any other character, and it didn't there. However, Paper is really able to take this advantage. That mid-air Dragon Rush was fantastic. Into the super, into an assist super, and he is down, and he is finding his game plan.
Yep, here we go. This is almost exactly what we saw last match with even more health on Android 18. That's going to be huge. No meter, but it really doesn't matter. I think Android 18's only job here is to make sure that Paper has the meter and has the health to take out that GT Goku. She did her job. She fought the good fight. And what we're going to see now, maybe death, but look, she didn't go out without a bang. We saw a lot of meter go out for her.
Yeah, we did. And I do think it's interesting, though, because Paper's GT and Vegeta were so strong that Cole chose to use his sparking to eliminate the 18.
Yep.
I mean, maybe he got the idea that was her purpose, was to get all of that meter and to take her out so that now they can't regen that. Maybe that put Paper on the back foot, because now it seems like Cole is playing his game with Majin Buu. He's got the hard knockdown and just another gummy, a Dragon Rush. Interesting. Into the super. Is he going to call the second? And he calls the second super.
He really just wanted to make sure he got maximum amount of damage on this right now. That Dragon Rush was exclusively used to make sure that he just got that little bit of ting, and now he will actually kill for it. That is amazing. That is labbed. is what that was.
It absolutely
that
was.
would not have killed without that Dragon Rush. So right now, we're in a bit of a dangerous situation for Paper. He does have level 3 Sparking. Cole did have to use Sparking to kill Android 21, and unfortunately has no meter to talk about. This is not a situation you want to be in if you're Cole. Yes, Gogeta used one of his very large sliding normals to get that confirmed, and Paper's feeling it. But the reality is, with level 3 Sparking, ain't nothing true until it is.
Right. And so now he does use his Sparking. He creates the space. He's trying to get a game up. What a super dash and a vanish to continue the combo. So I feel like this is one of the first times we've seen a player take advantage of their Sparking in such a way that it is creating a really sizable lead for them.
That's completely fair. I would say besides Sonic.
Besides Sonic, right.
So honestly, this is going to be death for essentially free right now.
Right.
Just on Cole. And that's very, very good. Unfortunately, he has no more meter. His battery is dead. And so without that meter against Majin Buu, oh my goodness, I just don't know how familiar he is with this matchup right now.
Right. And
honestly,
his Sparking is gone too, so he doesn't have that advantage either. However, he seems to open him up. You know, maybe he's figuring out that he can't let Cole get on the advantage with his Buu.
Oh, 100%. That was crazy. That was insane. It actually confirmed, and he fell out of it because of how big he is. That is Buu things, and that is why Buu is currently at one of the unfortunate lower tiers inside of this game.
Right. Now we're just jumping.
We're just playing the neutral. We're like, look, sir, I know my win condition, and my win condition does not end with me coming up to you with all yo buttons.
Yeah, and you know what? I love that we see that. I love that we see at this stage in the game them feeling each other out, throwing fireballs. Like, we have not seen that. And here we go. We're jumping again. They're just trying to wait for the other player to make a mistake.
100%.
Because honestly, even with the health advantage that Paper has, if he makes a mistake, he would have been dead.
Yes, and that's going to put Paper on the board 1-1 right now.
It's our first 1-1.
It actually is. You're not incorrect.
I mean, we have been up here for 2 hours.
And we haven't had a single 1-1. This is a very, very well-timed and well-matched match. I'm incredibly excited. I'm going to be very honest. I want Paper to win. Exclusively because I feel like he's the underdog inside of this case. I know his team is a little bit more meta, but I also feel like he's mad working for it. You know what I mean?
I feel like he took a lot of time to analyze his play in his head in between the matches. Now, they did pretty much go right back into this one, but he really seems to have gotten a handle on the way that Cole plays.
Yes. He's identified the threat yet again. Every single match since the very first match, we've actually seen him start going for GT Goku. And that's huge. That is huge. A player that is able to consistently do that is a problem. And I don't feel like Cole has actively found an answer for that yet. If I was Cole, I would actually be snapping in Android 18 because I think that's the strongest part of Paper's team. And that's kind of what's been helping him the most. I actually don't think GT Goku's been doing too much work. We do see the Spirit Bomb come straight down.
Oh, but it whiffs.
And there we see the plus 108 frames from the god, GT Goku. Absolutely insane.
I know. I expected so much more of a punish from that, but you can't do it.
It doesn't exist. There is no punish. There is no punish.
It didn't happen because it doesn't exist.
We're going to go ahead and continue. Paper's not able to get GT Goku, but I mean, Cole just brings him right back in. Is happy to go ahead and do GT Goku mirrors right now. A lot of pressure coming down on Cole's Goku, and geez, he's just going to see him take so much for it right now. Paper is perfectly happy building up meter to punish all of these characters and is so content right now on GT Goku.
And I really like the way that Paper has been, pressuring and forcing Cole to block repeatedly, and then he will take advantage with a good Dragon Rush and assist follow-up and go ahead and take his combo.
Absolutely. Paper is really the king of punishing right now.
He absolutely is.
Not to obviously play favorites towards Paper here, but I'm just not seeing it from Cole's Majin Buu. I was expecting. I can't see levels of Majin Buu.
Right.
And I'm not getting them.
No, we're absolutely not. And I mean, for a character that isn't played as much, who isn't as high tier as some other characters, when you see it in the hands of somebody like I Can't See, you know, we saw some unbelievable mix-ups from him, and I don't think that Cole has that same level of play with his Majin Boos. And he's gone, and we're not going to see that now.
That's completely fair. Android 18 is very happy to go ahead and play this matchup against GT Goku. She's already done her job necessarily of building up the meter before for GT Goku and Super Saiyan Goku earlier. So right now she's just very content to block or even get hit and once again do these mix-ups, which I am so happy to see Cole go ahead and pop that Sparking and try to get this damage right now. That damage on Super Saiyan Goku is going to be huge. The issue last game was actually Super Saiyan Goku. Level 3 did connect. Fantastic reactions there by Paper.
That was unbelievable.
What a crazy call. Immediately after he got Dragon Rush, he just did it.
And it didn't look risky.
The Madman. It definitely was.
It was absolutely a risk, but it was a risk he was willing to take with the advantage he knew he had.
Yeah, I think he just called the Super Dash, and that's really what made it for him. We're going to see Sparking go ahead and come out for Android 18. A lot of damage, and now we're going to opt to go ahead and put in Super Saiyan Goku, even though we have no meter really to speak about. A lot of meter, actually, coming out now that you're getting the hits. I guess he ran out the meter limit clock there. Ooh. Dangerous happy birthday there. Very dangerous. GT Goku's going to have to take a little bit of time in the Medicare to go ahead and heal it back up, and that hyper change.
Whoa, that overhead really hurts. I mean, sometimes in these games there are hits you can feel, and that was one of them.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely, definitely. Gonna go ahead and just solo Dragon Rush, which is something that Gogeta really specializes in. We did see the GT Goku assist come out, wasn't able to quite confirm. Lot of normals coming out right now by Gogeta.
Oh, God, the stare down.
Yeah, it's terrifying, right?
Yeah, I mean, you'd hate to see that because you know that they're so close. They're both so close. This is a top 8 qualifying match, and they are they're one round away.
It really comes down to just mindset right now, and Paper was able to overcome his early loss right now, and it looks like he's in a position to win it. But that is a GT Goku. You can never call him out as long as he has more than 2 bars, honestly.
Absolutely. And I think that Paper knows that, and he wants to eliminate that threat as quickly as possible.
It looks like it's going to be it. That is actually going to put Paper up into top 8.